Hi guys, it's RNG. Oh, quickly, uh, I want to make this review regarding buying a car, because I just bought another car, and I discovered some certain things. If you are in Europe, you want to buy a used car. You know, someone who wants to sell a car want to sell their car for a reason. It's either the person does needs urgent money, or the person lost his license or his or her license, or anything, or maybe the car is giving the person a fault, and the person have taken the car to the mechanic, and the mechanic bill or told the person how much it will cost to fix whatever the problem is, and the person is not ready to dish that cash out, so they can decide to just sell the car out. But the thing is, majority of the people who want to sell a car, when you ask them the reason, a few of them, they tell you the reason why they want to sell the car. But most of the people, they only tell you what you want to hear. You want to hear that the car is good. You want to hear that the car is too small for them, so they need a bigger car. You want to hear that the car is too big, they need a smaller car. You want to hear that the car is good, everything works very well. They just run into a situation whereby they need to sell the car. They just want to tell you what you want to hear, something that will make you feel comfortable, and with that you believe that okay, you're buying a good stuff. First, I just want to say, buying a used car is like 50-50%. 50% that the car might be not might be having a problem. 50% that the car might be okay. So there are a few things you need to check on the car. You check the sound very well. Make sure the sound is quiet. Check the sound, and check your interior. Check the engine. If there is any oil beside the engine, check if there's any little bit of oil dropping by the side. If there's any stain of oil at all, check if the oil was cleaned. Just check how the condition of the engine. If you discover that there's a little bit of oil at all, do not buy that car. Do not buy the car. Few weeks ago, a friend of mine called me that he want to buy a used car. He want me to follow him to check out the car, because he just got his license. So I followed him down there. So we got there. I was checking the car. I checked everything that need to be checked. I myself, I'm not perfect. I make mistake. Even when I bought my car, I made a mistake. So I checked the car very well, and I discovered that beside the engine, there was no oil. They cleaned the oil, but I was able to notice that there was something like a glue they put beside the engine around the oil plate. So the because of that, the oil could not come at that moment, but the engine was leaking down oil. So when I discovered that, I asked the person, what's this? He said that because of the gaskets, they put the oil pot, and the thing was not properly fixed, so a little bit of oil was not dropping down, so they just have to put that glue to glue it. So I told him, well, sorry, we can't buy this car. So try to be vigilant. You can't, I will assure you one thing, like I said, buying the car is 50-50% chance. You can't be too careful. You can be very careful and still buy a car that has issue. You can even be careless and buy a good car. That's just the way it is. Like this is my car that I bought. The central lock is not working. The rest three doors, the lock are working. So I can slam the door and lock it with the central lock. This is what I mean. This is the passenger. This is the passenger lock here, but this same lock from my side is not working, because from my side is the central lock and it's not working. So even when except I have to use my car key, use the central lock on my car key to lock it before the driver door can lock. If I'm inside, I can lock it with the central lock key here. With the button, I can't lock it with the button because the button doesn't respond. Though it's an easy thing to fix from inside, just have to bring down the door and open up the door and fix it. But taking it to a mechanic is still going to cost a little bit. So those things are very, very important. And another very, very important thing, when you are buying a car, check the jar. If the jar stick is not straight when on neutral, if it's not straight, know there's something wrong with the jar. I went to check out Toyota Corolla. The jar, when the jar stick is on the neutral, I discovered that it bends to the left. So I asked the seller, why is this bend? He said, that is how it is. I said, no, this thing is not supposed to bend. Once you put it on neutral, it's supposed to be straight. And I checked other Corolla online, they were all straight. So because of that, I did buy it. Though later the guy admitted to me that the jar might be having issues. So these are just the things that you find in buying a used car. Another thing again is, when you want to buy a car and the person tells you that the AC is not working, all you have to do is just to fill in the gas. And you are in summer. The person who is selling this car for you happens to be riding this car in summer without filling the gas. That tells you something is wrong with the AC system, not just filling the gas. When I went to buy my own car, this very one, so because I was so much in haste, I needed a car urgently because I just came back from Canada and I needed a car. I sold my previous car, so I needed a car to use urgently. So I stumbled on this one. I looked at it, the car was very clean. So I just came and I spoke with the seller. He told me that the AC, the AC is empty, the gas is empty. That I just need to fill the gas, and that is all. Now, I didn't think very well that this is summer. The sun was very, very hot then. And the wife was using this car because it was the wife that was using the car. The wife was using the car always. So how is it that the woman was using the car in the very hot, sunny weather? She didn't fill up the gas. If actually what was wrong is just filling up the gas. Filling up the gas cost around €100. So I didn't think down to really know if they were telling me the truth. So when I came back home, I took the car to my mechanic where I normally check all my cars, and they did every checking, and they discovered that not that the gas just ran down, but I have to change the AC generator. They told me that if I fill up the gas, it will work, but it will still leak out. So I have to change everything completely. And that was going to cost me about €700. Though if I go to roadside mechanic, they will do it for less cash. But what I'm trying to say is, most people, they won't tell you the truth. Probably they took it to the mechanic and mechanic billed, and they were not ready to pay. So they just know, though cars are very expensive these days, it's difficult for you to know cars, people who are telling you the truth, because you just want to buy a car. And another thing is in winter, if they tell you that the heater is not all you just need to do is just to change something which costs €20-50. That is the reason why the heater is not working. Don't buy that car, because if truly they are telling you the truth, they would have fixed it, because then fixing it will give the car a very high, we add more price to it. But they look at it that the money it will cost to fix the car, if they fix it, they can't add that money to the car, because the car will be this will be too expensive for anyone to buy. So rather they just tell you a story that you want to hear so that you can buy the car. After buying the car, you go and face all the problem that comes out from the car. So it's good that you go check out a car with someone who has a little bit of experience, but that is not a guarantee that you're going to get a good car. You can actually miss several good cars through some of the people who happen to be riding cars before. They will tell you this one is not good. When they will miss the good one, they won't even know. So I'm saying be careful, but don't be too careful. Try to check some few things that are necessary. Go to the exhaust. Check if the smoke is coming out too much, if oil is coming out from the exhaust. Water is supposed to come out from the exhaust in the morning. If you check the exhaust, if what is in your hand is not smoke, is something liquid and something like oil, then something is wrong. And on the dashboard, if there happen to be any because when you turn on your car, the signs, they will pop up, then in few seconds the signs will disappear. So only the few things which like a handbrake, if your handbrake is still up, it will show on your dashboard that your handbrake is up. So your doors are open, it will show that your doors are open. So if any of those things, if your handbrake is down and yet it's showing on the dashboard, know something is wrong. The dashboard supposed to be, once the car is moving, it's supposed to be empty, as nothing unusual should be showing, not the oil, nothing. And if you own a car, you see that the engine sign, there is an engine sign showing inside, bro, run, because something is wrong with the car. So I believe with this little bit of experience which I've had, which I'm sharing with you right now, will help you out not to make a mistake of buying a car that will cost you much money to repair. And another thing again, try to get a good car. Don't hold like €1,000 and think that you can get a car that will last you for 10 years. No. If you want to buy a car, buy a good car, because if you buy a car less than €2,000, you're actually going over the year, or in 2 years, you are going to spend nothing less than 3,000, if not more. And if you add that money to the initial amount you bought that car, you would have gotten a better car for yourself. So don't be too economizing while getting the car, because car is just another wife, not a girlfriend or wife. So when the car, the same way the car serve you and give you happiness, the same way it will bring a problem that will just spoil your entire day and cause you a problem that you'll be having a sleepless night. So thinking twice and do the right thing. Have a nice day. This is what I do. Share experience. I hope you learn from it. Thank you.